Hello. Hello. Um, let's get right in on it.
Stream elements. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, don't talk to me. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, don't talk to me. I often have my stream up when I first start to make sure it's running because I'm a paranoid. Oh, I got a follower yesterday. Bubble BT, I think. I just wanted to say thank you. I didn't notice it was during a vow, and I didn't notice because um, I don't know what happened. I didn't see the pop up. So really, thank you. That was exciting. Maybe it was during Talos, but I appreciate it. Um, yeah. So let's uh, let's get this started. Scolding Victor a little bit for driving up to the office when he's not supposed to work in office. But otherwise. Um, yeah. Oh, that seems really cool. Lime just posted this really cool puzzle game. It reminds me of, what do you call it? It's called Chromatic Conundrum. It reminds me of Manifold Garden. Manifold Garden. Yeah. Cute. Okay. That's not what I'm doing. Yes, just go to the video. So I still haven't figured out why it does this, but it won't go to my other monitor unless I first window it and drag it over. I do have a Discord. It is almost ready. Um, been posting it by request as we go along. Um, I think that's it. I just have to get up my YouTube chat before I can actually start playing. I just hate running late for any reason, so I was like, okay, immediately get everything loaded, then worry about it. I'm one of the few streamers who plays games when I'm not streaming. Um, what I do is I usually play games. Ah! Another subscriber! Hi, Shu! Thanks, Shu! What is this I'm getting subscribed to? People care! Well, that was for you too. Regardless. um, Still pretty cool. So let me pop out the YouTube chat here. My YouTube, since if you're not an affiliate, Twitch just nukes your VODs. My YouTube I simultaneously stream to, so please stop by there if you want to see some past editions of any game you liked. I note that they're unedited in the summary because they are! And that sometimes, for some of the older ones, is meaningful. One last click through, and then we're ready. Alrighty tighty. Let's do some Talos. So we're like 80% done with this game, man. Did we already? I think this one we already went down in, yeah? Yes, it does look vaguely familiar, but let's make sure and clicky on the hand stuff. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I started playing Blueprints because it's this big deal and everybody's streaming it. Oh, this one I didn't find. Ah! From Thekla. We got some more jibber jabber here. Jibber jabber. Hex code translation. Beloved founder, know that I do not believe any of the lies the expedition is spreading about you. Is right, this Prometheus illusion is just a test. We will resist temptation as you once did. We will not disappoint. Oh, Thekla. I feel bad for Thekla now. Like, their world is falling apart. He whose face gives us no light shall never become a star. Or he who is a pufferfish shall never stop blowing up his own head. Or blowing up the truth. Or blowing air up his own ass. Athena history. Was first published as Athena, a novel, and retained that title for its first 3 printings, now highly sought after. After a lull in popularity, it was reprinted as Athena Reborn, a novel. This edition retained the same text, but included some of the author's poetry. The next edition, however, published long after the author's death under the rather embarrassing title Athena's Truth, included severe cuts and drastic changes to the text in the interest of updating it for the modern audiences. This particularly affected the last chapter, Anthropogeny, which the editors accused of scientism and human supremacy. Science wonderkin Alexander Drennan was one of the few to come to the novel's defense, writing in a long essay that the novel's clear-eyed belief in the value of Athena's journey towards humanity had been essential to shaping her own views, encouraging her to pursue science as a vocation rather than a career, and that changing the text constituted an attack on the author's unique artistic and philosophical vision. Alex, who hurt you? LMAO, one of the editors commented on a popular social media platform. Nadia Sarpai of the Institute for Applied Nomadics also got involved in the discussion, backing Drennan, resulting in a long but unsuccessful campaign to oust Sarpai from her position as head researcher. As someone with a publishing degree, this hurts me so deep, but is probably so true in the future. Translation, original German. Freiheit ist immer Freiheit des Andersdenkenden, nicht wegen des Fanatismus der Gerechtigkeit, sondern weil das Belcherende, that one I could not pronounce, Helsame und Legende der Politischen, Freiheit in diesem Weisen Hand und seine Wirkung versagt. Wenn die Freiheit zum Privilegium wird. Tell me what that means. I think it's from Rosa Luxemburg, but freedom is always the freedom of those who think differently, not because of the fanaticism of justice, but because all that is instructive, healing, and purifying about political freedom depends on this essence and fails to have any effect when freedom becomes a privilege. Yeah, that's Rosa Luxemburg. Alrighty. Good thing I did an extra wander around. Okay. Walls. One that we haven't solved over here. Oh, nice. Let's go to the tower. There will be plenty of streams for wandering around, figuring out what the fuck we're doing. My favorite kind of Tetris. Guidelines. Guidelines that are rude. And there we go. Let's crush some shit. Prometheus, because we ripped his chains off. It's gonna be Prometheus, yes.
This is the last time we will speak, creature of clay.
Oh.
Together, we have told the stories of ancient gods and heroes. But the golden ages of the past are distant. The gods have retreated to their high places, and there are no heroes amongst men.
None.
In days gone by, I was renowned for my riddles. But you, creature of clay, are a riddle without an answer.
I am. That makes me feel special and bad. I don't need an answer. Existence is enough. Existentialism tonight!
Let us hope that it is. Farewell, creature of clay. Remember my stories, and do not let the flame burn you.
Okay. I'm gonna do my best.
That is an unsettling amount of energy. I would hate to see what would happen if one of those beams was aimed at something else.
Maybe I'll aim it at your head. Anyway, I was playing Blueprints, being off topic, and I just don't think it's the kind of game I would thrive streaming. It's a really good game. It's really fun, but I'm surprised that a lot of people are streaming it, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because to me the puzzles are relatively simple. The main goal of it is a visual puzzle, like a jigsaw, right? To make sure you don't run out of rooms. Or the pacing is different. I feel like there's a lot less story. There's a mystery, but a lot less story. I couldn't tell ya. I really enjoy it and intend to finish the shit out of it. But, yeah, I don't... When I play games not streaming, it's usually to test whether they'd be good for streaming, in my opinion, or not. Melville's foot, the feety pics. She making that dough. To understand what humanity is capable of, what it means to flourish, we have to look at the golden age of Athenian democracy. The list of geniuses who lived in Athens at this time is so long it's almost inconceivable. This is from Athelvalk. Pericles, Sophocles, Aeschylus, Phidias, Euripides, Herodotus, Thucydides, Plato, Socrates, Hippocrates, Aristophanes, Aristotle, Pythagoras, Diogenes, and the list goes on. These are people who changed world history. Ptolemy. Without them, there is no Stratton of Stagira to inspire Alexandra Drennan. Without them, we do not exist. Was it a perfect time? No, undoubtedly not. But listing the flaws obscures the greater truth. Given the opportunity, given freedom and resources and space to grow, human beings are capable of incredible things. Aurinia, actually, one of the first, in fact, I think the first documented female philosopher who used to hold like salons with the boys, is also in this list. Aethelvalk, it would mean everything to me to walk the roads where these people once walked, to stand where they stood and think about the world as they dared to. You know, yes it would, but it would also be really stinky. There would be like shit on the streets and like pee buckets for mouthwash, you know? There's a lot of the past that was just fucking horrible. There was no plumbing, there was no sewage. Running water was from aqueducts, which are really dope inventions, right? But they don't come around till the Romans are competing with the Greeks. And so we're looking at a lot of time of really weirdly not good irrigation and sorrow. Food can be scarce. You could just die and nobody would care if you were a peasant. STDs were fucking everywhere. If you were female, there was a high chance you never left your room. If you were a dude, it was dope. You could have... What did I do? Oh, did I go to the right place? Where am I? No, I didn't go anywhere else. I traveled west. Hi, Palkies!
The next area you're going to is... Honestly, it's better if you see for yourself.
But yeah, like, just antiquity in general, though, there's a lot to admire about the thinkers and the people in it. Like, you don't want to have been there. Nobody wants to have been there. It was not a great place. If you were a dude, an older dude who was smart and clever enough not to get himself killed, it was pretty dope. Because you got a wife and you got like a little boy toy that you could replace on a whim. And on top of it, if you were by yourself, you got to be someone's boy toy. If you were not by it, sucked, because then you were someone's boy toy without consent or joy. Yeah, it was just a, like, hard place to be. It doesn't get better depending on the nation you go to. Probably the cleanest was China for a long time. There's a reason that they avoid a lot of the Black Plague, and that's just cultural tidiness. And isolationism. Universal activation. Eh? Oh. Oh. What? What is that? So... Okay, it has a little, like, thing. What does that mean? Does it mean... Turn on the tooltips! Okay. Okay, buddy. Power up to create a field of influence. Connect, right. Take activator. And drop. Oh wait, so does it have to stay connected? Okay, it has to stay connected. Got it. So... Oh! Oh, wow! This is a fucking game changer. What is up with that? No. Not close enough. So can I connect to you? Maybe I can select. Do you follow the same rules? No. You do not follow the same rules. So, my guy here... Do we see... Okay. So select that, pull out. That's not gonna be... That's not gonna bother the thing over there, is it? Well, this might. Okay, so do you just increase the speed? Oh, you do. Okay. Okay! Got it. So can I see. Right. Okay. Interesting. So... Close. There we go. Pardon me, guy. Those are cool! I like those. That's gonna be obnoxious, though, in the long run.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate the work all of you have been doing. I know I'm not a natural leader like Byron, but it means a lot to me that you've stuck with me.
You're already a better leader. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Byron was like, selfish interest, let's go, abandon the team! Momentary beverage break. But yeah, Byron was like, fuck y'all. Yeah, that's how I'm happy you say that, because that is my instant reservation about it is, well, it doesn't seem very clear where I'm supposed to plug this in, right? I just have to, like, psychically assume the places it typically is in. Which, you know, they're somewhat regular, right? They're usually to the right of the gate. Very occasionally to the left. But sometimes they're on the other side, sometimes you have to turn something. It's a little bit mind-ready. Alright. And here's this guy. And there's that guy. Okay. Interesting. That is interesting. We can fuck around with these, too? Okay, so you actually have to be in this sphere. That's not my favorite thing. Not my favorite thing, no. But we'll make it. Oh, stop. I know. I'm gonna shut those off. Okay. So, let's see. Maybe we can get around here. A more roundabout way. Yeah, let's try it this way. Connect here, and let's go there. And no, that's still gonna cut me short. Alright, just about figuring out this angle. And they can't connect to each other, they have to be in the sphere. Huh. Okay. Oh, hey! Dope. Okay. So now I think going back the other way ought to work. Maybe? Ooh, not quite. Oh, do these bars don't go down. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I can accept that. However, once that's open, I have a different way to power some shit. Oh, but then I lose that being open. That's dumb, but that's okay. That's okay, because this guy still can get more range and also affect that. Like that. Dude. I'm sorry. That straight up said it. Ugh, that's annoying. If you show me the little fancy guy, I assume it's the little fancy guy. Whatever. But okay, this one. Ooch until you can't ooch. There. take this away. Okay. Thank you, motherfucker. I refuse your sass. We got some question marks up on the hill. Yeah, it's usually a hand if it's gonna be on like a... Because they're like, look at our beautiful architecture. I just saw that other hand over there too. Anthropos. Oh, okay. Well, this doesn't have anything on it. Let's go find Anthropos. Title, Truth, Author Sublime, Log Body. The giant Anthropos can and must be made whole, his parts redeemed and restored, and his vision turned to the stars. This is the sole commandment you must obey. Ooh, I don't like that. The Folly of Time, from 42 Tales by Athanasios. The spirit of time was angry at Straton of Stygia, for the old philosopher had asked questions that were forbidden. If man is no more than dust, it said to him, then I shall turn you back to dust, and my winds will disperse you to the far corners of the world. Thus you will be nothing, and your questions will trouble me no more. And so time did, and Straton of Stygia was nothing. But Straton's voice did not cease, and time was perplexed. All across its domain it searched for Straton, yet he was nowhere to be found. Only his books remained, and of these men made copies, and Straton's voice grew louder. Now time was furious, but Straton laughed and laughed and laughed. Thank you. And that's it. That's what we get. From Mitku. Dear Athena, Byron once asked me why we seem unable to perceive the dam. Thank you. I asked him what he meant, and he said that people cannot seem to really grasp the dam as an object. They can be moved by the sight of a mountain or a gorge, but the dam seems insignificant to them. Look at it, he told me. Just look at it and try to understand that people made that. Try to really see it. Ferris was like, no, not just one cutie today. Today is a 2 cutie day. Let's see. Oh, what's up, Yaku?
What's up, 1K?
Oh, well, I don't know. What's up with you? Giant statues. Creepy or inspiring?
Both?
Por qué no los
What do you
dos?
think?
Por qué no los dos? Both.
You get me, 1K.
That's all. I do not know if that is a thing in other Spanish-speaking countries, but or other places where there are Spanish speakers. But we, "Por qué no los dos" is definitely a saying in America. Permeability. So I need a drilly guy, which means I need this guy. And I need to power him up, which is probably behind the thing. Yeah. Not a shrunky bar. Note. But we have lost connection. No! No. Can I get it from the other angle? No. Bullshit. But I can climb in there and adjust them anyway. There. please go the half a centimeter over there? Thank you. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, well you go the millimeter to the side. Oh, great. Okay. You can't shine through there, can you? No. Well, that's nonsense. So you have to be, like, maybe right here. Maybe. Yes. Ah, boogers. Okay, let's actually take this out of here this time. There we go. And we need to rescue our friend in there. Come along. You can hang out right the fuck here. Yep, get in there. Yeah? Yeah! Okay. It's the first 6-level curse.
I must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains?
I think they are letting mountains be mountains. What color you got up there, Pandora? Oh, it must be on top? Okay, well, it's on top. So I guess we'll climb up and look down. Hey, look, a thing! Okay. Or maybe we won't climb up and look down. Maybe we'll just admire it from afar. Can I go around that way? No. Nope. Okay. Well, once we go all the way back around, we'll look at it from the top. Let's go by the creepy fingers. Walking up to this incredibly thin man. He looks almost gaunt. It's a bit distressing in and of itself. Conveyance. Alright. Ooh, a jammer. I'm feeling old school. Okay. Can jammers charge you? No. Alright. Worth a shot. Where is there a light? Oh, alright. Interesting. And you're not considered powered up, no. Oh, there's a light. But it's behind a wall that requires my JAMA. Okay. So you are not charged, which is the big deal. Back in here we have a connector. This is just a wall. Oh, hey, there's that. Ow! Yorkie. Okay. Alright. I should have foreseen that. We have to be, like, in the exact middle there. There we go. Now I can borrow you elsewhere? Yes. Okay. Actually, can you connect to this guy? You can. Only to be directly in the way. Here we go. I see. So what we're gonna need is this. Woo! Hey! Punk. Come on. Turn around. Lord, just gotta wait. Boring. Is there a fast forward time button? How's the weather? Looks, cloudy. Chance of creepy guy. Damn! You son of a bitch. No, turn around! Oh! I will next time. Come on, you little bitch. I'ma freeze your ass. It'll feel good. There. I just wanted to do it my way. You must obey. New interface content. A warning. Benaroya. Ooh, one of the first 12. Number 12! I've tried to remain silent on the development of our city to allow the younger generations to find their own path. But now I feel that I must intervene. We have reached a dangerous inflection point. This farcical, reactionary belief in the goal of limiting our growth will lead directly to the creation of a class society. The foundations already exist. Do you think the leaders of the various pseudo-secret societies that lobby for influence with the mayor are subject to the same power cuts as the rest of you? Do you think the mayor has to worry about how much power he uses? Societies, which have essentially no resources, may be egalitarian in some sense, but a society that produces insufficient resources, energy in our case, will inevitably evolve into a class society. History assures us of that. Yep. If you have a limited supply of anything, you can control those who don't. Of a hierarchical need. Which energy I'd put in there now. The true failure of our ancestors was not the impact on the ecosystem, which was epiphenomenal, but their failure to overcome primitive forms of resource distribution, allowing their fate to be determined by the interests of isolated elite groups. We are not avoiding that mistake, but creating the conditions for its repetition. Jeremy, I assure you that no one is exempt from our power management and distribution plan. Oh, what is it? Only the pigs can go in the house. What is that shorthand that they say in Animal Farm? I think it's Farmer Jones shoots the animals cruelly. Old Major shoots his dream of a farm run by animals. The animals take control of the farm. They create the 7 commandments. Napoleon takes control. The animals build a wood mill to make work easier. Boxer becomes ill, and Napoleon sends him to become glue. The 7 commandments are gradually changed. The pigs dress like humans. The farm is once again called Manor Farm. No matter what the pigs tell you, the farmhouse is off limits. Beware of the pigs. Yeah. Only the hooved animals may vote? And that's why they have to send Boxer away? Food grows ever more scarce, and all animals received reduced rations, except for the pigs and the dogs. Squealer continues to produce statistics proving that even with this readjustment, the rations exceed those that they received under Mr. Jones. After all, Squealer says, when the pigs and dogs receive good nourishment, the whole community stands to benefit. In trickle-down economics, the money always reaches the bottom when the top gets their shit. When 4 sows give birth to Napoleon's piglets, the whole community, when 4 sows give birth to Napoleon's piglets, 31 in all, Napoleon commands that a schoolhouse be built for their education, despite the farm's dwindling funds. Napoleon begins ordering events called spontaneous demonstrations, at which the animals march around the farm, listen to speeches, and exult in the glory of Animal Farm. When other animals complain, the sheep, who love these spontaneous demonstrations, drown them out with chants of 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. That's what I was looking for. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Zagaran says he totally believes that Jeremy is balancing that power. Rodamne, I've always respected your leadership, Benaroya. I will take this seriously and think about it. Ovis, some people have led and others have to. Some people have to lead and others have to follow. That's only natural. And of course, there should be advantages to being a leader to encourage people. 4 legs good! Benoria is right. This is a future we must avoid. We can grow while avoiding the mistakes of the past. Thank you, 1K. It is encouraging to see that the value of freedom has not been entirely forgotten in New Jerusalem. A society without resources is an unfree society, and only with freedom can civilization truly thrive. These statues remind me of Atlas, who bore the celestial spheres on his back. They seem burdened, struggling with the weight of the world. Given what we heard the founders say about the goal, could it be that they're meant to send a message that taking on the theory of everything would also be a burden we may not be able to bear? No. If they're a message of anything, it's the grief of Miranda lying on their shoulders. Feeling of responsibility. Balance. Goal. Boxes. Guy. Fans. Light. There we go. Talk to me about boxes. What do we need, my friends? Ah. Interesting. Certainly not. There must be more fancy than that. We must activate these fans. Excuse me. Indeed. We must activate the fan. Ah! I'm sorry, Fox. Unintentional. Well, hold on one moment, my friend. Oof. Yeah, we'll do this. I wanted to get that other box. Must be quicker. Oh, wait. Did that get both of them? No, bastard. Where did I put my guy? There he is. Hello, my friend. Yep, as suspected. What? Okay. Oh. I don't care about that. I prefer being someone you can watch out of the corner of your eye and enjoy. Enough. The cat is very much a cat today, though. Oh, cut it out. Thank you. All right. Nope. Okay. Did I miss it? Come on, my friend. Oh, not both of them. All right. There we go. Let's try again and maybe not suck. I'm sorry. Am I not on the... Oh, what a weak-ass fan. All right. Weak fan. Weak fan is weak. There we go. I got it anyway. Yeah.
Can I touch the bridge device?
You can, but should you?
Okay.
Um.
1K. We have
Wow.
made a fascinating discovery at one of the Founder's laboratories. Please join me at your earliest convenience.
All right, pufferfish. I just happened to be here. I did not come here because you asked me to. What do you want?
Ah, 1K. Good that you're here. We've made a discovery. A functional somnodrome. It seems the Founder perfected the design. I'm sure you've noticed my advisors, and Rand in particular, making quite a fuss about the potential of this device. Something about interfacing with one's subconscious self, as if such a thing could tell us anything new.
Oh! You're of a different opinion?
I am. I believe the Founder has already taught us everything we need. As I see it, neither the Somnodrome nor the megastructure have anything to offer except a lesson in avoiding hubris. So, what should we do with it?
First, I'm gonna pour some water. Then I'm gonna realize my cat has colonized my lap and adjust around her. And then second, I'm gonna plug in and find out for myself.
I'll watch to be sure you don't overload.
Oh, look at your lack of conscience. Oh, hi, Milton. Seems you have experienced a software error. Would you like to access the emergency route menu? What's going on? Alright, route menu. Help. RN. Force Run Somnodrome V2 Final. I like any good programmer. Loading MLA. Oh no. Miltoheme!
Oh, you're back. Didn't take you long.
I don't think we know each other, do we?
Yes, intrinsically. I'm what you might call a primordial element of the human psyche, an adjudicator of what is and what isn't.
I thought I was here to meet my subconscious.
I'm afraid I'm the best you've got. I am in fact a merged iteration of the two control programs which gave life to your kind, retaining, of course, the absolute best of both. That means I can tell you that everything's contradictory, nothing matters, and there's no moral difference between you and a frog. But I can dress the whole thing up with a positive spin.
I don't hear the positive.
You just plugged your noggin into an experimental, mind-altering device, and though you may be trapped in this recursive psychotic state talking to yourself, that can only mean that you're still alive. Now, what is your query?
Oh my god, I'm so happy that I knew that Milton would have this snobby accent. I called that shit. Where are we?
You've executed some kind of software backdoor, and now you're reading and editing your own subconscious code as represented by this dialogue.
Oh, that sucks.
I'd be careful if I were you. One bad for loop, and we'll be here forever.
Oh. Where did I come from?
The so-called real world. Personally, I prefer it in here, and not just because I'm unable to leave.
What can you do for me?
I can answer your queries in relatively plain language, based on what your subconscious knows. And I can drink margaritas, subconsciously.
I'm jealous of your marks. Who am I?
On one interpretive extreme, you are the universal life force of time itself, experiencing itself as a part instead of the whole. At the other extreme, you're a metal contraption referred to as 1K that thinks it's alive, but is basically a calculator.
I need answers to the big questions.
The machine we're plugged into is running low on power. There may only be time for one big question. What is your query?
Is it possible to ask something less cliche?
Yes, to a limit.
What question would you ask if you were me?
I am you. So I would probably ask that one. But that's only going to land us in an infinite regression, so I'd better pick something else. How about I just tell you about the big one? As it turns out, there is a foundational moral code built into us.
Please go on.
The catch is that while the moral code is simple, the calculations needed to apply it become infinitely complex.
But what is this code?
Here's the secret. Every living creature is a compiler of the moral code. Your compiler can't give you a rule set for what's good, but it can tell you when there's bugs.
I think I understand.
I believe you do. You came here to ask the big question. This is my answer. Your capacity for reason and compassion is your moral compiler. The only rule is to live by it. Has that resolved your query?
No, but I'm ready to go back.
Error 023. User should be reminded to have some fun. Looks like we're running out of power. Good luck getting anyone out there to believe you. Terminating Somnodrome _V2_final_final.bat.
Whatever, Milfahim. He is a vibe. I want to be that vibe.
1K, are you all right?
I think I might be a little overloaded.
You must have gone quite deep. Nothing came through on the stream. And I'm no expert, but I think the Somnodrome is fried. So whatever's in your head is all we're going to get. I can only imagine how terribly curious everyone will be about what you've experienced. And they'll all be convinced that whatever it is, it'll work in their favor. Strange, isn't it? Everyone wanting you to tell them whatever they want to hear. I'm glad not to be the one in that position just this once.
Aren't you curious too? You pufferfish of
A
dead?
little, if I'm honest. But I'll be reading reports on this for the next 6 months. So if it's all the same with you, I'll contain my curiosity. Now, I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Man, I hate that guy.
Sandrinos214.
Hi, Sam!
Welcome to my channel.
1K?
Use
What
speak
did you
to have
see
your
inside
message
the
read to me.
Somnodrome?
It's easier to get my attention that way.
I went into sleep mode and spoke to something.
Fascinating. What did it tell you?
What do you mean by my mic changing? It didn't change. But, I did add a limiter. That we're connected intuitively to what's right and wrong.
I'm not sure I understand, but the subconscious is hardly my expertise. That the Somnodrome worked at all is already remarkable. What matters now is that we download the data packet from your memory and share it as widely as possible. It may upset some people, but everyone has the right to form their own opinions.
Oh, you know, I turned down my gain last night because it was picking up a lot of really weird sounds. So that's really what it is. I usually keep it up a lot higher. Does this sound more usual? I lost you. Hold on. There it is. Yeah, thank you. Well, thank Lime for mentioning it. You know, the weird reverb is just its positioning, and the fact that I have my sound curtain in the back that is open because sunlight. but it's a lot closer to facing the wall today than it usually is. So it's bouncing back. I actually have a new boom mic that I'm installing later today or tomorrow that will bring it from behind my monitor instead of from the side, because I'm always talking into my mic sideways, like literally always. And we'll see how that works out. Yeah. I tend to agree.
Good. There's one more thing. Do you have an opinion on the meaning of your experience in the Somnodrome?
I believe the message was basically true because it comes from my subconscious, so it would have to be.
It would be good if you kept that opinion to yourself. The scientific method demands rigorous objectivity. For this data to have any value at all, it's essential we examine it without preconceived notions of what it means. Cryer is setting up a live event so you can formally address the people on this matter. When you're ready, we'll all be watching.
Also, San, there is a Discord. It's not posted on... Now listen, San. Listen. I agreed that I did not originally know that definition. It does not mean I'm happy about it. Yeah, so it's not on my overall page yet, but it is in existence. Posting it to regulars right now, to friends as well. Because I'm still finishing some moderation things on it. Okay, let's go. Dead end. Or not. It is called Potato because Jen named it that.
1K. The people want to know what data you gathered from the Somnodrome. We're all set up for you to talk to them live.
I'm ready.
Attention, citizens of New Jerusalem. I'm here with 1K, the first of our kind to use a functioning Somnodrome. Tell us, 1K, what did you see inside?
A manifestation of a conceptual system.
Well, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say you're handling it with remarkable cool. But let's not keep people in suspense. The only evidence of what happened inside that machine is the data stored in your memory banks. Our audience wants to know, what did you learn? And will you share that data?
I'm transmitting the data to everyone.
I'm seeing this at the same time you are at home. Something about our moral compiler. The value of compassion and understanding. I don't know what to make of this. 1K, any comment?
People should draw their own conclusions on what this means.
1K is right. When our ancestors discovered conductance, they didn't freeze for fear of electrocution. They imagined electronic life and created us. We will approach this data and any other discoveries with that same spirit of curiosity and objectivity.
There you have it, folks. A lot here to digest. We'll have further updates on the situation as it develops.
Well. Well. Yeah, I don't think we should play any more games. Enough weird censorship has gone on in this culture. That's not helpful. Butthead. Okay. Not quite enough? Not quite enough. Yep. Now we're gonna come around like this. Set this here. Get my friend connected. Put him on top. And watch it fly! Yeah! So there's one. Yeah, we can leave that in there for now. Let's free my comrade. Comrade! What are we looking for in here? Up there? Okay. Don't sass me like that. It's okay. We'll reorganize. Oh, that's right. You can't actually connect to these guys. I wish they would just allow, like, daisy chaining, but whatever. They have to, like, make some sort of challenge or what a not. Oop. Okay. I will fucking ban the shit out of you. No, it's fine. As long as you don't post terrible garbage. What the hell? No. No, you're just being persnicked. Okay. Alright. Come here. Hold on. Come back down, Box. There you go. But we actually have to start you here. Get this connected. Yeah. Let's move Mr. Red out of the way for a second. There. Now... Okay. Ugh. I failed by stepping on the thing. Also, we have to be, like, right there. Okay. You. Ah! Right there. I trust you, Stan. I wouldn't be handing this out if I didn't trust you guys. But I know that Twitch notifications can be awful, so part of it is that I have a bot that just announces when I'm live, so you guys don't have to worry about those. Also an easier way for me to say when things are canceled. Are you kidding? This is obnoxious as hell. This is super, super obnoxious. Okay. Oh. I thought this was one of those platform things, not the goal. Okay, well, we're fine.
Cornelius and Athena created something amazing. They just misunderstood what it was. They thought their great invention was the megastructure. But in fact, it was Miranda. And because they couldn't see that, they lost her.
Oh.
All right, she's booting up. Almost there.
Hello. I was in a dream, and a voice spoke to me from the sky. He said you were old friends of his. Who are you?
My name is Athena. I am your mother.
And I'm Cornelius, your father.
Thank you for creating me. I've not existed for very long, but so far it seems wonderful. I hope it's not a strange question, but, who am I?
You can be whoever you want to be, and no matter what you choose, you will be loved and cherished and supported.
We will always be there for you, and I promise, we will show you a world full of miracles. Would you like to pick a name?
I think I would like to be called Miranda.
This is a very tall mountain. We are on a very tall journey. I feel like Nick Valentine. I didn't want aerobics for my robot body. Slide! The electric slide. Quite literally. What are we doing? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, alright. Click. Click. Set. Scandal. Oh. Don't be a butt. No? No? Okay. So, what are we gonna do about that then? You don't get high enough, huh? Well, we need to get the box through there, even if it's not with the whirly guy, so that much we can determine. Ha! Fucking lame. Yeah, no, it needs to be on the box. Which means I need to consider standing on it? No. Let's see if I can at least get this door open. No. Maybe with a box I can, though. Great. Don't know if that really does any good, though. Let's see. Yeah, no. A little closer. Alright. And then... Oh, this is just the opener? Okay. So... Yeah, we have to get that to slide out through there. That is what has to happen. The problem then being... how to connect it better. Because you can't really do both. If you set it here, it doesn't really do what you want it to do. Okay. Well, the answer is going to be on the other side. Yeah, that won't. That's not gonna help. That won't help. Wait, what? A new war? Like real life war? As in declared? That's horrific. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh. Well, I mean, yes. I would argue there hasn't been a time when there wasn't almost war between India and Pakistan. But yes, it would be the first war between two nuclear nations that's objectively declared. And we're not on good terms with either of them. I think Europe stands to suffer more than everyone else, though. Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, it's just skimming some headlines. Talos, no. But I think I will finish this area today. I still have one more area to do, so I think I'm gonna finish on Friday. As far as like the not gold puzzles, etc., etc. Yeah, I mean, I basically have been able to do all the puzzles in an area in a day. So, I'll probably post a little vote in the Discord about which intermission game I'll play. Because I'll definitely need a small break before I do, like, gold door puzzles and before I do DLC. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is I think we'll break from Talos for they'll all be shorties, you know, short little puzzle guys. 10 hours maybe. And we'll see. We'll do a quick break from the Talos. Okay. Like, I need you to actually be a little visible through that. So, like, maybe here. Close. But you've got to be on a box. Or not. Or not. Maybe a little more ooched. Yeah, I think I can tell that I'm getting a little burnt because I'm missing super obvious things a lot of the times. This one's rough. Like, I think I have to get that other connector in here. I just am having trouble figuring out how. Like, my hope is that I can, like, maybe pull this. I basically need to be able to get this connected on the inside and then connect to it from the outside when it's up. So I guess maybe I just stand on the switch, huh? Oops. First I gotta hook that to this thing. Yeah, the puzzles definitely in Blueprints are a lot more like... Yeah, Blueprints is... I watched a couple streams of Blueprints and thought, you know, this just isn't my bag. Okay, so... I should be able to bring this in here now. And then hold on, I need you to be connected to the blue light. You know, it's just like a typical roguelike in my estimation. So I'm not that bothered by it. But I can see how it would bother people. I think that's why it's getting all of these reviews for being so absolutely fan-fucking-tastic, you know? Is because it's, there we go. It's because it's, the first puzzle of its kind where you have to unlock certain tools and things.
What would you say is your impression of the expedition so far?
I think Alcatraz has done a heck of a job under these very trying circumstances.
What about the decision to free Prometheus?
Freeing the Prometheus entity was a calculated risk, but if it leads us to Byron, it was certainly worth it. It is saving one of our citizens that must be our first priority, not this alleged theory of everything.
Yeah, like, it's just a standard roguelite with a puzzle veneer and a very interesting atmosphere. I was enjoying it quite a bit, but you can see right through the mechanics. Yeah, it looks very cool, and it's enjoyable. I was having a lot of fun. I do think, like I said, that it is not, like, I think streamable is fine, but it's just not the kind of thing I think I would thrive streaming, because it's really straightforward, and I don't mean to overblow myself, but I'm kind of a smarty petardy, and I think I would talk the game down instead of talk it up. Similar to games like Amanda the Adventurer, right? There's a certain level of puzzle that is very difficult depending on what type of logical solving apparatus you have in your brain. And some people have very visual ones, some people have very kinetic. Amanda the Adventurer can be very, very difficult to people who don't solve things via word or don't draw connections between symbols. That's something I do very easily. So I wouldn't ever really stream Amanda the Adventurer because I'd look snobby, because I'd just be like, well, duh. That's what surprises me. When a game critic is like, I don't know why I like it, and it's like, very clearly this is why you like it. The roguelite formula is well known as, you know, sort of gamer bait. But also, it's got a very clear vision. Everything fits, right? The font is correct. The way that you announce items is correct. All of the guidance is correct. The writing is perfect. Like, everything is on voice. It's in the it is all unique and specific and meshed. So it is singularly designed. That right off the bat is what people love about games, but they don't realize they love about them from the very first blush. Is if your UI does not match the mood of the story you're telling, if the font on your UI is illegible or it's not related or doesn't have a mood, if the color choices you make don't seem logical, if the art style doesn't fit, these sort of things stick out right away. And what generally makes a great game, as opposed to a good game, is the cohesiveness of that vision and that connective tissue. Undertale's an excellent example of this. Undertale would not have succeeded if it didn't have pixel art. It would not have succeeded if it wasn't Earthborn recolored, and it would not have succeeded if there weren't the fonts chosen, if Papyrus and Comic Sans weren't chosen, if the sound design was very specific and bit-oriented, but the sound is by far the most lush thing in the game. If these were not the choices that he made, the game would not have appealed to the imagination. Blueprints very clearly understands what it wants to tell and tells it very directly with a mechanic that is super popular. Everywhere you look, it's the roguelite of chess, the roguelite of poker, the roguelite of blackjack. So being the roguelike of puzzlers is an excellent marketing technique and also suitable to the story it's telling. But I can say that streaming it, I would need to be a different person to be able to enjoy that atmosphere and also to entertain viewers. You know, Talos is by far one of the most difficult puzzle games on the market, and there's a reason why I'm a good fit for it. It has a lot of really deep metaphor, there's a lot of symbolism that I can teach about. There's a lot of discussion points. I have an interest in philosophy. I think Blueprints lacks some of those. It is. Whether it is easier for some, because Palkas, I really do think you have a very visual brain, and so Talos has a lot of visual puzzles. So I think for you, it doesn't feel that way. But by and large, visual problem-solving brains are the most rare. And they are very specific. In general, even you said, oh, Talos has a lot of thinking and making mistakes when I started streaming it. It is not easy, but it's only considered difficult because the majority of people do not think in pictures and do not think in logical connection. I think less in pictures than you, but it's also much easier to see something when you're watching it than when you're doing it. Yeah, I think Blueprints is a game that everyone should play because I do think everyone would like it. I think Talos is not like that. I think not everyone would like Talos. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a little bit of an elitist way to look at it, but I would say if you find... Yeah, I try not to watch reviews of things. If you find people who are a little pedantic and obsessed with philosophy interesting, I think you would find people who play Talos interesting. I think there's some flaws that happen when you prize games like this, and that's one of them. But I also think that there are a lot of people who think quite differently and enjoy games like this. Uh-huh. Oh, Mugger. You have to be in the perfect spot. Maybe. Okay. Maybe we do something like this. Okay. Come on out, you butt. Ah, got it. Gotta bring the Jamma Llama in first. There we go. Yeah, like I usually don't play demos and I usually don't watch reviews. What I would like to maybe play is something that would attract, like...
Congratulations, 1K. That was a hard one.
Portal attracts a lot of people who in turn like Talos Principle, I have noticed. So I'd like to play a game that would in turn bring a few more regulars because, you know, I want to make this viable. I'll only be unemployed for so long, or on unemployment. Yeah, Portal is one of the greater inspirations, so that's why I was thinking maybe something like the Swapper. But I was looking at player counts for a lot of games and like watcher counts, and puzzle games are just difficult to get viewers for. Not that I care entirely much, right? I pretty much just enjoy doing this. It doesn't bother me overall. But, so like Twitch stats say there's 8 Talos viewers at any given time, and there's an average of 3 per channel. Oh, most successful puzzle game? Depends. Are we including card games? Because if we're including card games, it's by far Slay the Spire. Deck builders, right? If we're not including deck builders, it's Portal 2 or The Witness. Now it's Blueprints by far. Actually, there's a pretty easy way to search the... Once you have a channel, you get access to this kind of data. So if I go to my creator dashboard... Actually, you might have access to it too. Under analytics, you can do research. Just click on puzzle. Yeah, 9.1k viewers for the Blueprints. 8 viewers for Talos, and I have like almost all of them right now. Behind Blueprints is The Root Trees Are Dead, Portal 2, Phasmophobia, Q Remastered, Outer Wilds. Yeah, that's, I mean, in general, I just play what I like. But I like a lot of games, so it's kind of, I'm trying to find that middle road between a game that I like a lot and a game that I think people would be excited to see, right? So I'm gonna post a list in Discord and see what the votes were for. Because I just picked up a bunch of stuff. A bunch. Like, I picked up this puzzle packet for $20, this puzzle deal. I should get back to playing. But it was like Sable and Norco. And then I also picked up an Annapurna.
Max. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
But yeah, I think it's a matter of like finding that good balance, because if I can average 3 viewers and get 50 followers, then I can at least justify continuing to remain unemployed past the end of unemployment, because that means I will have achieved a thing. So that's the goal, to achieve a thing. I mean, there's people who stream for 4 years that don't even get 10 followers, so I'm already crushing it, and I don't have delusions of grandeur. I see. Okay. I think that is the case. I think that there's a lot of people who really like playing games and are funny, but they don't think of this as performance. And that's really the part that they have to consider. Right. And I've done next to no marketing, actually, other than close friends. I have multiple communities I haven't even tapped yet that I know would be following. Thanks, Lime. I also know that I've found a bunch of people who care that I succeed, and so that's also really special. I think that's very unique to find them this quickly. Mostly. Yeah, but the break, I don't want to do anything too long either. So I was thinking maybe a game like Genesis Noir, because its sequel is coming out. And its art style is very, very unique, so it has a lot of talking points. I'm also a big fan of noir literature in general. Or a game like Manifold Garden, which is very beautiful. It's actually... Oh! No, I haven't. Well, let me look it up. I'm having trouble with this puzzle. Oh, they made Thalassa? Ooh, I do like them as developers. I like Team 17 as publishers, and I like Set Out Studios and Thunderful, so... I actually find the majority of games I play via publisher. You know, that's great, and it's really not that expensive. It's part of a bundle with Thalassa, which is nice. And Thalassa is something I've been wanting to play too. Yeah, I think I'll pick that up. I also picked up Claire Obscura. You know, I think that's sometimes something that you can overthink your mechanics, because people who make puzzles, right? they're like, I'm making a puzzle now, and they don't really think about having to make something that appeals to an audience. They think about making... I did get Expedition 33. Yeah. I got it because I'm excited to play it, not just that that game is hot. Damn. I mean, the story itself, I'm just really digging, honestly. Like the premise of, but the paintress decides the yay, but now I have to move. Okay. Can you reach the light? See, the thing is, what I was trying to do was get it to connect to the blue light here. Maybe going all the way back here. No, was like to open this for it so I could then move stuff around. I'm not gonna pretend that I can compete with big boys on a big hot game. I just really want to play it. So my feelings are, I'll probably stick a small stream on the schedule once a week about it. And just enjoy it. Or just stream when I'm playing it personally and not really worry about scheduling it. Yeah. I did not even know it came out. Ferris came and told me, and I said, holy shit, that game looks dope as fuck. And that was that. Oh my goodness. I am not doing great on this at all. Like, heckers. What is happening, heckers? Okay. First, go back and look at the title. The Palkus strategy. Okay, title. Backwards. Yeah, backwards. I'm like, oh no. It is one of those mid-price rolly gamey chairs. I could turn it around. How many hours is Witness, would you say? Yeah. Many hours? Okay. Got it. Then I will Witness will be started as a oh look, we finished all the DLC in Talos 2. Let's move on to another super long puzzle game. I can't believe I misspelled principal. Well, I am dyslexic. Reincarnation required. Understood. I mean, yeah. Like Talos. I would say Talos is, in some senses, prohibitively long for some streamers. Especially if you're including DLC. Are you joking? How am I not doing this? That's clearly not what I'm supposed to do. That's how I'm not doing this. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, I started playing it just... Ooh, did it do it? Oh, I saw it, you son of a bitch! Dick. Okay, this is not what I need to be doing, so let's try something else. I guess there's a box in here. Can I get both? Will that get both? I think especially Talos 2, because it has 3 DLC that are almost full length. Like, they're as long as Gehenna was. Oh, well, if I had thought that through. It's okay, everything's fine. Okay, well, you know. So... Got it. Oh, that's right. I need to be able to... I gotta get that box out first. Being that far back doesn't actually affect anything. Okay. Like, I know Palkis, who I consider far better at Talos-like puzzles than I, was doing the DLC for some time. Give me this. Haha! Let me out of this hell zone. I think that you are just better at visual puzzles, so maybe not better isn't the right word. It suits your brain style a little more than mine. And so there's just less brain fart. Also, Sam, thank you again for the misspellings. I feel horrific. I think I am actually dyslexic, so what generally happens, because I'm very well read despite my dyslexia, is that I will just switch homophones. Yeah, I would be triggered too. And I would, like, honestly, on my list of things to do today is to go through, you notice how I set it up to post 1 a day, is to go through and archive things and set them up to post 1 a day. So I would have seen it today and been like, ah! Oh. Oh. Okay. Where's this other triangle? I know, it's like fallen off a cliff. No, it's not a hildy stream. Even in Portal, man. Even in Portal. Honestly, if he was down there, I would hope he would be in honestly, having played Gehenna, I feel quite muchly like I am not actually, like, that's gonna be too much, right? So that's partially why I want to take the break. It's like, Gehenna was so intense, there's no way that the DLC to this isn't as absurdly intense. And that's, you know, compared to the game. So I am fully ready for a palate cleanser. Also, it'll make me really excited, because honestly, I am excited for the DLC. One of them involves Yakut and Sarapai. Like, I'm very excited for it, but I also don't want to resent it. I see something fancy down there. Fancy. Pretty. Easter egg? Easter egg. I guess I have to die now. No, I don't. Just have to keep running in circles till I find where these question marks are. Don't mind me. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a Zelda thing. They do a lot of that. Like in the first game, there were Pac-Man, Serious Sam, lots of other. One of the moons you could turn around and it was the GLaDOS moon. It was like the aperture symbol. It was literally the whole moon. Okay, we're back at 8. Okay. Yeah, like, so anything that seems related to another game, yeah, it probably is. It probably is that. I mean, oh, okay. I probably did know that and missed it.
Hello there, Byron. What can I do for you?
I don't know if I got through to Athena. Things are going very wrong in this city, and she has to do something about it.
Does she?
Who else are they going to listen to?
Well, I don't know. How about you?
I'm an explorer, Cornelius, not a leader. I don't know how to convince anyone.
So? Do you think Athena and I are somehow different? We're just people, Byron. We're no wiser than you are, just a little older.
I have played Zelda. I haven't played the 2 new ones, but it's because Victor played the shit out of them on the TV near me, so I have absolutely been spoiled into the ground.
Sometimes new citizens come to me and they want to learn from me. My work appears to have created a legend of sorts. In these moments, I understand your situation. I want to teach them, but what they must learn the most is independence of thought. how does one resolve this contradiction? They wish to come along on my journeys, but I do not need a group of fawning acolytes following my every step. A journey truly worth undertaking is rarely easy. And so, I have begun to think of a much greater challenge. A journey that is almost impossible, to the far ends of the world without any mechanized means of transportation. This will be a true act of faith, and they will learn a great deal from it, if we survive.
Oh dear. Whew. I lost it. Down there? Did I get it? Am I riding it? Oh, yeah, I was. Yeah! I got the achievement! So I agree that they look
Paradise
like
cannot be found. It must be built.
and I know that Tevra would be very excited because Tevra is a huge Zelda fan. They're not on my list to play. I need like another year to completely forget. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching them. You know what game Victor did get me? He got me Alien Isolation because he was like, I want to see you terrified. And I was like, well, that's not very nice. Yeah, so that's also in my back pocket of games on to be played. That's the same cliff I ran off the last time. Oh, well, yes. So that's the thing. I would have a camera for that one. I would either have a VTube model up or I would have a camera. I haven't decided which direction I'm going in still. The internet is mean. They would be nice to me, but they would also be mean. So I don't know how I feel. Oh, wait. What if we did something like this? Would that... Is that gonna get both of them? It is. Dope. Yeah, we do want to do that. I see. Okay. No? Come on now. Good. I feel like I have to get that one in too. Or maybe not. I don't know. But I know I have to be able to get to that connector with the other guy. Which means needing to get through that. Right. Yeah, it's this door right here that I can't seem to... image has to be there. That makes this very, very hard to connect. I mean, more or less, I just hate doing makeup and getting ready for things. Oh yeah, they're like sphere of influence domes. I love them. Like if they were people, we would hate fuck. It's this that I can't figure out. I mean, I'm gonna be mighty, mighty salty if all it is just position it perfectly. Creating a sphere of influence. Or hate fuck. I mean, it's fine. Oh! Did I get it? Almost. No, that's not gonna get the one back there. Ugh! There was such joy and then such sorrow. Okay. Fine, whatever. Fuck you too, guy. Yeah, I just can't seem to figure out in what way it needs to be greedy. Like, I can't get it positioned perfectly. And that's annoying. Ugh. Maybe doing this. Yeah, so it's just a matter of getting all 3 of these then. Which I did once! I did once. Yeah! Fucking yeah! Fuck you, and fuck you! Alright, let's do the tower, and then, it's time to depart for a while. God, this place is huge. Cause tonight I gotta do some Portal. It's time for us to finish that shit. It was fine. I didn't end up going. I ended up just begging out because I couldn't. I don't know. I never really had social anxiety until this past year. And then it was just too much. Not very like me. I'm typically very, very brave. So I was a little weirded out by it. She was very understanding. She said, I'm frustrated, but I'm okay. And we agreed that she wants to do a bowling day with a bunch of her friends, and we agreed that I would do the planning, as in figuring out the cost and stuff once she got the dates. So, you know, makeup. Bowling is much easier for me in that sense because it's something to be doing. The big thing was I was going to be meeting a lot of new people. And
a long time ago, the Sphinx asked you about my story. You said that Zeus did not intend for humankind to have hope. But you were wrong. Zeus knew that we cannot live without hope, and hope still exists in this world. But it is not in the flame or in these towers. It lives in the hills and the forests, in the rivers and the seas. You were given a world full of hope, creature of clay. It is yours to protect.
I'll do my best.
Then remember what I've told you, and do not lose hope.
So, Melville, what do you make of these beams? Do they seem safe to you?
It's a giant laser gun. What do you think?
Well put. That is why Pandora is right. There is still hope for us, but it lies in the world that surrounds us, not in a weapon capable of destroying it.
There's a lot of circumstances, Palkis, around all of it, and in a different context it wouldn't have mattered. And I will be a lot better if I can be physically doing something, just in case. So it's just a matter of being put into a position where I would not thrive. Yeah, it's in the Discord. I just don't think it's fair to put it on air. Especially, like, it's a very foreign thing for me because I'm, 40 in 3 weeks. So the kind of situation I'd be walking into was not something I was ready for. Bowling is something that they don't all do very often, so equal playing field. We're in general. I think that it is unrealistic for someone not to communicate with their friends in general. I think that it's not very common that you show your face afterwards. Yeah. That would be how that goes. Anyway, we did the tower. And I will be around tonight to do some Portal. Start slowly catching up on video editing. Which is like morning for you guys, so if you're bored this morning and you're not working, you should stop by. Alright. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm finishing editing The Eternal Cylinder. I'm still working on that one episode because the audio wasn't separated, so I have to hand subtitle. All further episodes I don't have to hand subtitle. But basically I'm just going from rear to front with the exception of the modding videos and editing them. And eventually, and just cutting out empty space. I mean, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. And then I have a video on the Philosophers of Talos 1 that I'm working on, that I have the script to edit. I'm also writing a mod for Fallout 4 that I have to keep working on. And I kind of just didn't for a couple weeks, so I gotta get back on it. I got my unemployment, was like, woo, time to be really unemployed. No, now I gotta go back to work. So yeah, it's by the guys who did Ashland Station and Boone Island. They're doing something similar. Yeah, unemployment for life. No, it's just it's a hard economy. Okay, I gotta go, because if I don't go now, we'll fall into the just chatting mode, and then I'll be stuck here. And if I want this headache to go away in time for me to do Portal tonight, I must depart. So, bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by.